Hi and welcome. Today's question is, what is a release command and why do I need one? And look, that's a great question because I see it so often. I'll work with somebody and I'll say to them, does your dog understand free? Does it have a release command? A free, whatever word you've given it. And they'll go, yes, of course they do. Yeah, I tell them free and they're free to do what they want. So you'll get them to walk the dog just away a little bit and back, and then you'll get them to stop and you'll say, right, give the dog the free command. So they'll stop, the dog will be here next to them, and they'll go free. And the dog will still be next to them. And I'll say, release them. I did. No, release them again. Free. And the dog's still there. The dog obviously has no idea what free is, because free is one of those things to a dog which is like chocolate ice cream is to a pregnant woman. It is one of those things that it's just so hard to resist. It's like an ultimate Christmas present for a dog. Because when a dog's given a release, a dog gets to be a dog. And there's almost no conditions to being a dog, other than it has to follow basic behavior rules. It can't lunge at somebody, can't obviously attack somebody, can't be barking, can't be carrying on. So it can't be doing those things, but apart from that, the dog is free to go and sniffle and snuffle everything in sight. It can mark, it can eat grass, it can check out the dog poo, it can sniff the tree, it can do all of these things that a dog does, because for a dog it gives them so much information, it gives them so much excitement. It's so mentally stimulating for a dog to do these things, and it's so important that a dog gets to be a dog. And what's even more important is the dog gets to be a dog around its owner, around its controller, because that's what we are as owners, or what we should be. We stipulate rules, we control dogs. So every now and again, in fact every day, we should give the dogs time to be a dog. So if you've got your dog on a lead, the dog should immediately, when you go free or break or off you go, or whatever the term is that you use, should immediately go to the end of that lead. Should be trained so it doesn't pull, just goes to the end of the lead, starts sniffing and snuffling around it, it marks, it chews grass, it does whatever it wants to do, as long as it's obeying the basic rules, of course. And if it's off lead, the dog should just go bang and go to a distance that you've taught the dog is okay. So, I give free, one of my dogs, if I give free to this dog is just gone. He's got part dingo in him, and he is gone. And I've taught him he can go, 100 metres. And I expect him to look back by the end of that 100 metres and look at me to make sure, and stay within that range. And that's his rule for that. Apart from that, he can sniff and snuffle, and he can check things out, and he can, check out all the prey around him that he's thinking about, what he should go for. And they're totally free to be a dog. And the moment, though, that I go and say their name, I expect them to stop what they're doing, listen and wait for the next command, because that's what they're taught to do. And then when I give the command, for instance, if they're off lead and I give a recall command, that they immediately come in. That is the only thing. Apart from that, and of course following basic behaviours, no lunging at people or attacking things or anything like that, they're free to be a dog. And if they're on lead, they go to the end of the lead. If I say their name, same thing, they stop, they look at me, they listen, they wait for the next command. If I ask them to come in, they immediately come in. That is it. The rest of the time they're free to be a dog. A release command is really important for a dog. The dog, it's no good saying, oh, well, my dog is out in the backyard, so they have time to be a dog out there. They need to be able to do this with you, so they can see that they can be a dog with you, as well as be your companion, as well as be under your control. So it's really important for a dog, and it's just as important to ensure that they understand that the release word. So you should get that response from your dog. I hope that helps.